Last weekend was the Big Easy Open, and it was pretty insane. I was only a caddy for this tournament, but I want to tell y'all all about it. So for this Pro Tour event, it's only an hour and a half from my house. Besides this one, the next closest was probably 6 to 8 hours, so I knew I had to make the most of this tournament. So for this tournament, I caddied for Sullivan Tipton, perennial top 20 guy who is insane to watch in person. Luckily, I messaged him on Instagram, and he was glad to have me on the bag. I had a great time. I hope I didn't annoy him too much, but it was really fun. So the first day was pretty insane. It was me driving up to New Orleans, getting there, watching the main FBO card for a little bit, before meeting up for Sullivan's card. Now, this card wasn't just any card. This card was stacked. It was Eagle, Ricky, Goose, and Sullivan. So pretty much that entire day was me just getting to hang out with some of the best pros in the world and watching them throw insane shots. Now, sadly, I didn't record too many of these shots. Looking back, I wish I did. All I really recorded was mostly Sully and one shot of Eagle. But that one shot of Eagle, I'm not kidding you, if he threw it flat, probably went 600. So basically, we finished up with that card as the main card ended up finishing up behind us, which kind of ended up closing up day one. And day two was just as fun. Once again, I caddied for Sully. We ended up shooting pretty good. He shot +1 the first round, +1 the second round. As much as he says it wasn't a good round, it was insane to watch. It was insane watching some of like other scrambles. They don't lay up. I thought they would on a course like this. They just throw it as far and as hard as they can to get out of any spot, and it is crazy. It was pretty cool. I got to meet a lot of pros that you hear by name on the Pro Tour, but I'm just a Jomez watcher, so I never really got to see any of these guys play, like Newsom. I've heard the name a million times, but I've never seen what he actually looked like. So it was pretty fun to watch him. I'm a big MVP fan, so I enjoyed watching all the MVP guys throw, as well as, of course, Sully and everybody else that we played with. And the third day, I ended up going to Baton Rouge the night before, and it was a mistake. I had to leave at like 6 in the morning. I ended up getting the caddy for Chandler, Reigh, or aka Chowdy, for the back nine of her round, which was also pretty fun because I didn't actually get to watch most of the FPO most of the days. Like I kind of just watched from Vendor Village or any of the other seating areas, but to actually walk with the card was really fun. So thank you, Chowder, for having me on the bag. It was fun. So thank you so much for having me. And then we ended up going to Sully's final round. It was actually really fun watching him on hole 18 because he played it so well. Now, note to the TD. From what I've heard from players, FBO seems to love this course. Everybody seems to love the venue. So I hope it brings players back. But on the MPO side, I heard a lot of people saying they need to just make the course more fair, which it probably will after it breaks in because there's no skipping on that grass. There was towards the end of day 3, but that will be fixed as they break in the course. So that should fix itself. And some of the spare limbs, they get knocked off as more people play the course. But I did hear that they might be chopping down some of the non-main trees, which is what most MPO players said that they needed to fix. It was just too much random stuff that was in the main gaps that they needed to fix. But at the same time, Ricky shot 10 down. So, I mean, do they need to make it harder or make it easier? You never know. Shout out to Ricky for forcing that playoff. I was right there, and I've never heard a crowd get so loud. because as he went to putt it, it was probably 70. I don't remember what they exactly have it because I haven't seen the coverage. He drains it, and it just blows up. I'll probably be playing the video from where I was. And then the infamous playoff. From where I was at, I believe he was 10 feet from the basket OB and probably should have been able to force he should have been able to force a playoff to the second hole. But it is what it is. Congrats, Gannon, for winning. But to recap the event, I had a great time. It was amazing. Shout out to Gannon for winning. Watching all the pros play makes me realize how bad I am. So I'm certainly going to work on my forehand as I get to it. And I'm so glad I was on Sullivan's bag. Sullivan, if you see this, shout out. I really enjoyed being on your bag. I'd love to be on your bag next year if you'll have me, if I didn't annoy you too much. But yeah. So now, what I get from the Big Easy Open? Well, you see, I got 4 discs. I got a lot of discs. So let's see what I got. So these are the discs I got. Sullivan got me a Force for being on his bag. So shout out Sullivan. It's a stable run with his stamp. So shout out Sullivan for the Force. It has his 4 signatures, and on the back, also his signature. Shout out for Caddied. I was on her bag also. She gave me this putter. I don't know what it actually is. I think it's a 2.5 or 3 speed. It's a stable disc, I'll tell you that much from when I've thrown it. I'll show you on a second how it flies. And then for my tournament stamp disc, I got a Boca to Jazz stamp, white rim. It is gorgeous as ever. And I also got the new amp. But the cool part about this amp is I got it signed by anybody on Sullivan's first card. Or so second card of the day on that day. So it's pretty sick. And the cover, I don't know if the coverage talked about this, but it wasn't great service. So we actually had to do paper cards, but he ended up being able to submit it at the end. But I have an actual card from that round. So I got this signed thinking I wasn't going to throw it. But I'll be honest, all these discs, all the signatures, I'm going to throw them. It's what makes it special in the bag. So I can at least remember this round every time I throw it. But let me throw them real quick so you can see what they look like. The Boca. Oh my god, that crushed. I've never thrown a Boca before. It's so crazy because the Boca, I think, is a 0-turn disc and the amp's -1.5. But the amp is so stable. It's crazy. Next to the Force is a forehand disc for me. We'll see how it goes in this headwind. Oh god. Turfed it, but it's a stable Force. And last, I have the mystery Innova putter. Very stable. Love that flight for a putter. I've been struggling to find an overstable putter like that, but it's pretty sick. And I almost forgot. I got Silas to sign one of my most favorite discs in my bag, which is my White Rhythm, or my flippy one, I guess, in my bag. And I even got Eagle to sign my engine, and he ended up drawing a Straw Hat head because we were talking about One Piece back in the round. So shout out to him for remembering that. And I got Simon to sign my time lapse. All these discs in my bag, all of them mostly without my name. So I hope I don't forget these on the course because I would hate to lose these. So thank you, Sullivan, for letting me be on your bag. Chandler for that one round, and also shout out Nathan Farber for running such a great event. So I hope everybody else enjoyed the tournament, and I will catch you guys later.